Honestly, I need to go back to just recording in the cemetery. It was quieter and there was less people far more often. There's people back over at the volleyball court again, so I'm way out in the field just north of Snow Hall. I like having it out here. Sometimes it's quieter out here, and it's a little bit just nicer, but people make it less nice. And so yeah, I'll probably end up hopefully doing more in the cemetery just because it's not very far away and it's a lot quieter there. Okay, let's go over today. Today I had work. It was at 9 o'clock. I had my alarm go off at 7 because that's what it's set for, just all week long for my different classes. And so I woke up at 7, I looked at that, and I went, okay, I have a little more time, let me set another alarm, and then I fell asleep before I did. So I woke up at 8:30. I got down there really, really fast. I don't even think it was like 8:40 by the time I got down there. So yeah, I was able to move pretty quick. It was a morning shift before they opened up. So apparently 9's like the earliest they'll have discs come in, or dishwashers come in. I got to learn a couple other things about the morning shift, like that on Sundays they do their weekly cleaning, where they take a slightly acidic chemical and they splash it around on the inside of their washing machine, along with like a few other things. It was me, some guys more experienced, and this third guy, and he looked super familiar. I was looking at him like for the first half hour, and he has, this really short black hair, and he's got glasses. He's got a broader build similar to mine. And I'm looking at this guy and I'm going, man, he looks super familiar. And I look at him and I finally go, I don't know why, but you look super familiar. And I want to say your name's Nathan. He goes, oh no, it's Anthony. And for Dad, that probably clicked immediately. But it didn't click for me yet. And so we were going back and forth. And I was like, did you go to like New Ames? And he goes, no, I wasn't at New Ames. And I go, like, what, Boys State? And he goes, no, I don't think I did that. And then finally he goes, you're in 220. And I go, yes! And so we chatted about that. Apparently there's a few other Boy Scouts up here as well from 220. But yeah, I can't believe it took me that long to recognize Anthony, because we were both looking at each other. We knew that the other guy was familiar, but it took us a while for it to actually click. So, for that shift, I was working a lot with the dishes from, like, what people bring in, which was new. Not very difficult, but it's very easy to get overwhelmed, because there was multiple times where I finally got everything washed, and I turned around to work on something else, and then I'd hear clatter, 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 and, like, 6 different people in a row just come up and added their dishes onto the little cubby holders that we pull them from. So, you're never quite done, even for a moment, in order to work on anything else. I got back from that, I think, a little before 1, because my shift ended at noon, and I had lunch there. Their breakfast it's alright. They give you a lot less options in the morning, but they have the traditional, like, bacon and eggs and waffles and whatever else. Although I can now say that getting the syrup off of plates afterwards is really frustrating. Yeah, so I got back, and then I did laundry. The laundry took a while, because apparently everyone had the same idea as me, and so there was always someone trying to run laundry. Let's see. I think that took up majority of it. I also did, like, some reaching out and communicating with more of the Magic players in the area, just figuring out when some of the other stores are like open or doing events, and what was the other thing I did today? I haven't cooked anything today. I was thinking about it, but that might end up being something I do tomorrow once things get settled down. I did quite a bit of homework. Like, the labs for like biology are theoretically like really simple labs. But I had to like read 5 papers and watch a video and then do all this prep work before the lab. And the lab is like measuring peripheral vision. That's all it is. You take yourself and 2 other people and you measure peripheral vision and the difference between recognizing the presence of an object and when you can recognize color in your peripheral. It would take like 15 minutes maybe, but there's just so much prep work. And I suppose theoretically that will become more reasonable as the labs increase in difficulty when we start talking about more complex things, but it felt like a lot of overkill. There's like one other thing that I did today, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, okay. So I've been reading the book from the person a couple floors up. I haven't been able to like bug them about it yet, but I finally read through the first 2 chapters. And like for every single one, it was, I've probably said this already, but for every single one, it was like read the page, write down a sticky notes of like thoughts or questions or whatever else, stick it on the page and move to the next one. And like each chapter has taken me like an hour. It is quite comical. I am enjoying it, but there's like so many little details or writing decisions that I can definitely nitpick at a little bit, and I look forward to discussing things with them when I get the chance. I am going to leave it there though, because there's like a whole bunch of people Frisbee's about to walk by, and I think that's everything that I had to talk about. So, yeah. Bye-bye. I love you all.